Liam, the best way to just sum that up is you got the 3 points. Not the best game, but 3 points in the bag.
Yeah, I think it's when the opposition set up like that, credit to them. It's really difficult. It's really frustrating. Um, but I think what we've shown today is we can win football matches in a different way. I thought there were still moments where we tried to play. I thought we showed elements of bravery to try and get success. But like I say, it's really difficult. And ultimately, they're here to frustrate us. And you can feel that amongst the guys. You can feel it amongst the supporters that it's say spoiling the game slightly, but it's they're here. They nearly did their job. So overall, really pleased with the result and just the application of the guys. You see how together they are. You see the celebration at the end, everyone together. So ultimately, we've shown that we can win football matches in a slightly different way to what we've been able to.
Sometimes when you look at the fixtures and you see the Sunderlands, Charlton's, Ipswich, then Accrington, you can think to yourself, well, get points out of those games because they on paper look more difficult, but actually a game like that, would you say that's probably the toughest one to be able to implement the style that you want to today's game?
Yeah, I'm very much, I think, in terms, I look at every game with, I think every game in this league is really difficult. I don't think, size of the club or the history, plays much of a part in terms of when it comes to 3 o'clock on a Saturday. And that's where, again, I think, what really pleased me, and we spoke around it, sometimes, when it's a footballing game like against Ipswich, is, sometimes it's easier to get momentum and, get yourself up for it. I think what we've shown today is that even when it's a battle and it's a scrap and it's a fight at times, that we've got a group of players that are willing to do that. So I'm hugely proud of how they went about their business today.
It's probably a feeling amongst most fans and maybe amongst the players as well that that's the type of game that would have been possibly lost 1-0 or certainly a draw last year.
Yeah, Skip said it to me in the changing room afterwards that that might have been the case, and again, that put it on the guys. We're the staff are here to support and to get the guys ready, but they have to go and deliver it for the 95 minutes of obviously the game. So, that credit to them in terms of how they stick together, how they get through them difficult moments. Is key. So, like I said, if you want to do well in this league, it's not about playing well and it looking attractive every week. Ideally, we'd like it to, and I want the team to control possession and play attacking football, but at the same point, there are going to be moments like today where we have to grind it out and make sure that we're on the end of the 2-0 win and not a loss.
Not a lot of quality in the first half, but the one real moment was it all came in one go. The pass through from Lewington to Parrott, and then the finish from Mo Ice.
Yeah, good moment. I think the timing in the goal obviously plays a huge part in the outcome of the game. I think you can go in and have a slightly different conversation, actually a little bit more relaxed than, you're coming at 0-0. I think, there's a lot of frustrated people in the changing room. That 1-0 kind of puts you a little more at ease, and, I think you can then be a little bit more relaxed in terms of the team talk that's given at half time. So it was, like I say, it was tough in terms of solving the problem of dealing with a man-for-man press and how they stopped us. It wasn't quite right first half. I thought second half, we spoke about it half time. Second half, I thought there were some moments where you could see what we were trying to do, and I thought Josh McEachran came on and added an element of composure for us as well. So overall, like I say, it's not a classic. It's not one that many people are going to watch back. But ultimately, like I say, we come away with 3 points.
Matt O'Reilly, if he can add goals to his game, which he's doing, is going to be quite the force. It could be anyway, but certainly with goals.
Yeah, no, he's got terrific qualities, Matt. When you talk technically, physically, mentally, I think he's got some really high level quality, and I think it's making sure that we don't put shackles on him and restrict him, because he shows today he's able to land on things on the edge of the box, similar to last week with the press. So it's about, like I say, getting players in the team so they understand the principles, but they understand that there are elements where they can be free to get forward to express themselves as long as we're connected behind that, and that's again what I think the guys have really progressed at in the last sort of couple of weeks.
Just 3 days left for the transfer deadline. Any ins and outs likely?
Possibly, yeah. I've got to see with Liam. I think there was obviously some bits we were looking at this weekend, so hopefully we'll be looking to maybe add another one. I think before the window closes, but it's extremely difficult obviously this time, and it's most important to get the right person, the right fit, rather than just get a body for the sake of it.
How important a clean sheet as well for you?
Yeah, no, really important. I think it's one we've spoken around. It is an objective the players had set themselves around, not going behind. I think that was one we spoke around that during the week and before the game today. And the guys set the objective of let's get ahead, let's get in front. I know it's actually cost Chris Hogg a dinner for the guys. He said if they keep a clean sheet, it'll take them for dinner. So we're obviously delighted with that. His maybe his wife and his bank balance won't be though.
Do you reckon there could have been a red card from, I think it was Pell, who'd taken down Ethan Robson after already been booked?
Yeah. Again, I think it looked like it for me. I think it was, I think he's shooting on goal with the next action. So, yeah, I thought it was a frustrating game. I thought from a refereeing perspective today. But yeah, to me it was a clear opportunity for us to get a shot on goal. So it looked like it. I haven't seen it back, to be totally honest though.
And how's Mo doing? We saw him limp off.
Yeah, I have to see the medical guys. I quickly spoke to him. We'll let them assess him, look at him, see how it settles, see how it responds before we go into any more details. So at the minute, I'm not entirely sure what it looks like, to be totally honest.
Another hard slog for him, though, wasn't it? Took a lot of kicking.
Yeah, that's the league, right? It's an extremely physical league, extremely competitive. I think part of that makes it exciting. I think what it then makes us do is learn to get better in terms of timing and movement and improving that aspect, so that we don't get kicked. But I thought we showed a real toughness today, a real resilience. I thought we showed elements of real fight in us, which is important. We have to keep that.
It was a physical one, as you say. Does it help that Tuesday is a cup game where you can afford to rest a few players?
Yeah, of course. I think it's difficult. Obviously, I can only pick 11 players, and can only make 3 subs. So I think when you look at it, there's a lot of frustrated guys that obviously want to play, want to impress, want minutes. So we'll make some changes on Tuesday. I think is a really good opportunity to see how some of the people respond, and I think ultimately it's down to the guys to grab their opportunity.
Kieran Boateng's a bit of a redemption story here at the Dons. Didn't really play at all for the club last season, went out on loan, stuck around this year and come on and gets the assist for O'Reilly's goal.
Yeah, I have to say, the couple of weeks I've been here, I can only speak highly of Hiram in terms of his character, how he trains, how he applies himself. I think what you see is someone that's really selfless. He puts the team first. He comes on and he does a really good job today. So I'm really pleased with the impact. I thought he gave us an element of physicality in a real tough game. And showed again moments of quality at the end there to obviously get the assist.
Troy Parrott obviously primarily plays up front, but particularly in the first half, he dropped quite deep and was putting in quite a good defensive shift when things were a bit tougher.
Yeah, I think even last week I was pleased with Troy. I know he was frustrated with his performance last week against Ipswich, but what he's shown is that he can be trusted. I think that's really important in terms of if you're not scoring or you're not creating, what do you bring to the team? And his work ethic, his attitude, his desire to defend, and putting a shift for the team's been terrific. So he could have had a goal as well today, obviously with a lob. So I've been really pleased with him. I think he's done really well. I think he's got to keep that momentum, keep putting in the performances he has done in the last few weeks.
Obviously, he's going to be quite a big miss now that he's going to be going away with Republic of Ireland national team.
Yeah, obviously, selfishly, it's a big loss for us in terms of him going away. But at the same point, it's a fantastic opportunity that he should be extremely proud, to represent his country. So, I think, like I say, selfishly, it's frustrating to lose him. But like I said, it comes down to now someone else having an opportunity. So that's what the game's about. Someone gets an opportunity, they have to make sure they take it and try and force their way into the team.
3 games unbeaten, also 3 different types of games, because this one felt different to Charlton and Ipswich. Is it pleasing to see the adaptation towards the different styles of games that you're confronted with?
Yeah, I think so. I think when you see the game today, I think what the guys are progressing at is their decision making. I think rather than it being completely dependent on us, they're making good decisions during the game as to what's required to get success at that given moment, and that was the biggest thing. I thought we tried to play, we tried to break them down, tried to dominate in certain areas, but ultimately when it's a man-for-man press like it was, it's extremely difficult. So I thought we showed good variation. The quality wasn't always there where it needed to be, but I thought we showed good variation in how we tried to get success in the game. So I think what we've shown is we can play some really good football against a team like Ipswich, but we can also scrap in a game like we had to today.
Felt like a big test in the midfield as well, because it was 2 against 3 and quite high pressing, high intensity midfield. How well do you think they cope with the demands?
Yeah, really good. I think what hits you straight away is you got ball playing midfielders as well, but like I said, they can do the other side of the game as well. If it means landing on seconds, if it means challenging for things, if it means blocking, passing lanes, what the guys have shown and what they're willing to do is work ultimately. And like I say, the guys have been terrific. Been really pleased with how they've applied themselves.
A few minutes before this O'Reilly's goal, there was a moment when an Accrington player was 1-on-1 with Fisher and missed. Did that feel like a big moment in the latter stage of the game?
Yeah, definitely. It's obviously a really good chance for them, which just shifts the momentum again. I felt we were, especially second half, I thought we looked quite dangerous on the counter. I thought with them chasing the result and pushing people forward, I thought they looked quite vulnerable. hence the opportunity with Troy with a lob, hence Ethan's foul on the edge of the box. So of course a big moment, a big chance from them, but I also felt we had a couple at the other end as well.